Try it out. Take a chance. You can do it. Try it out.
Shouts out to all the brothers and sisters out there in social media land. This is indeed a great day to be alive. This is a day that the Most High Heavenly Father has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
Try it out. Take a chance. You can do it. Try it out. Try it out. Take a chance. You can do it. Try it out.
We're going to pick our set of videos up. Hopefully sometime this afternoon when we get a little bit of time. I think we all should be in prayer for that brother fighting for his life.
Don't feel sorry for yourself. You can make it. You can break it. Try it out. Live and learn is what they say. That's the game you have to play. Try it out. Take the time. Take a chance. Every minute, every day. Try it out.
The message is in the music, baby. You got to try it if you want to see if it's going to work.
Try it out.
Test me now to see if I won't open up the window of heaven and pour you out a blessing that you can't receive. You gotta try it out. You gotta try it out. You gotta put that word to the test. You gotta try it. Put it in your life and see if it works.
Try it out. Take a chance. You can do it. Try it out. Try it out. Take a chance. You can do it. Try it out.
Take a chance. You can do it. Try it out. See if it works. Try it out, brothers. Try it out.
Try it out.
Try rejecting the sister that try to entice you to fornicate. Try it out. You got to see what's on the other side. Try it out, sister. Try it. You got to try it first. You can't be talking about, I ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. I'm my own woman. You got to try it out. You got to say, I'm going to try it. I'm just going to put my life in his hands, and I'm going to see what's going to be waiting on the other side. You got to try it out for yourself. See, right now, we trying a whole lot of stuff in this world that ain't working for us. Y'all feel that? Y'all feel that? You got to try it out. You see, you got to try it out. You got to try it out. We're shooting for the jugular vein of the most important thing when it comes to our service to the Heavenly Father. We're shooting for the most important thing. And the most important thing in the eyes of God is the family structure. And I don't care how much we say God love us or how much we say we love God. If I ain't loving God enough to keep the thing that's most important to him together, see, our love is being tested right now. I love being tested right now. Somebody's at their wits' end with their spouse. Somebody ready to get a divorce right now. Somebody's ready to cheat right now. They at their wits' end, but they saying that they love God. And if you love God, it has to be something that's greater than the way you feel about a situation. You're talking about a high-value man. You're talking about what it means to be a high-value woman. I tell you what it means to be a high-value woman. A high-value woman is a Proverbs 31 woman. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above money. Ain't no amount of money can be measured up against a virtuous woman. A virtue, and virtue is dealing with power. Ain't no amount of money that can be measured up against a powerful woman. But who can find her? He said her worth. It's worth more than rubies, diamonds, money. It's worth more than the things that were in this earth before money was ever created. Who gonna be able to find her though? Sister, you want to be a high value woman? You want to be a high value woman? Start being concerned with how God sees you. God will show you what a high value woman is. A high value woman is that can trust what God says about the family structure. She ain't trusting no man. She trusting what God says. That's a high value woman. A high value woman say, you know what? I know I can do this over 1,000 times and it can be better than him. But I'm trying to be high value in the eyesight of the Most High. And if the Most High tell me don't overstep the one that I placed out in front of you, then that's what's going to determine whether I'm high value. If I can make the sacrifice, if I can humble myself, even though I can do it better, even though I got a better idea, if I can humble myself and fall back behind that man and allow that power that God given me to start working through him, I can see what's waiting on the other side. How you gonna know what's waiting on the other side when you got too much pride, got too much rebellion to even attempt to try it? And I know some of the sisters been scarred, and I know you've been hurt, but every man shouldn't have to suffer for that. You should stop looking at men and then start looking at the Most High. Oh yeah, we going in. We going all the way in. We going all the way in. When we get the opportunity to produce this video, we going all the way in, sisters, because you being a high value woman ain't got nothing to do with your degree, with your college education. It ain't got nothing to do with the hair weave or how pretty you are. It ain't got nothing to do with the hip slips and fingertips. It don't have anything to do with any of that. If you're gonna be a high value woman, then you got to be following a high value man. Who can be more high value than the one who created it all? You say you want a high value man, then start seeing yourself how God sees you. Understand that he owned the cattle on 1,000 hills. All the silver and gold belong to him. The earth is his. The whole world and everything in it belongs to him. So why chase after dollars? You can have high value. You want to be a high value woman. Be the type of woman whose husband does safely trust in her. Be the type of woman that has the type of humility to fall back and without saying it with her mouth, this joker wouldn't be nothing if it wasn't for me. Well, God knows that. And when you're dealing with high value status, the man knows that. That's why the husband of the Proverbs 31 woman, it said he sits among the elders and he was known at the gate because of the power that he had flowing through him. You want to be high value? Saying we got to get out of that mindset that it's about each other. When we look at each other as men and women, we can find fault with each other because we're all imperfect. But that don't wipe away how God structured the family. And when we start talking about, I want a high value man. I want a high value man. I told you on yesterday what a high value man is, sister. A high value man, it can't be measured by money. A high value man understands that the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of his God and of his Christ. A high value man gonna lay his hands on you and start praying for you and praying for the children and praying for the house and praying for your mama as they grow old, praying for your daddy as they grow, assuming responsibility that ain't even came into the world to get you yet. That's a high value man. A high value man ain't got nothing to do with how much money he make. It ain't got nothing to do with how much money you make. You want to be a high value man, brother? you get yourself and you start seeing yourself as God see you. That is what make you high value. Get yourself together. I'm fearfully and marvelously made, created in the image of God, and this whole world was created for me, and he placed it in my care and told me to be a master of all of it. I've given you dominion, the ability to rule and reign over everything, over the cattle, over the fowls, over the fish of the sea, over the things that creep. I've given it to you. You want to be a high value man, but you can't see your high value because it's blocked out by materialistic, futile things. You want to be high value? Step away from your boys and step in the closet. Because let me tell you, baby, high value men are freaks. They don't operate like everybody else. Batman was a freak. Superman was a freak. Aquaman was a freak. They don't operate. High value men don't operate like average men. High value men. You want to be a high value man? You start seeing yourself like God see you, brother. Thou makest my feet as hinds feet. Do you know what that scripture means? That's what our father David, who was a high value man, said. He said, God, make my feet as hinds feet. That means that he give my physical body the strength to do supernatural things. He said, and even though I was walking around on legs like other mortal men, God caused my feet to be as hind feet. He said he caused my feet to move with the speed of a cheetah. And he said, he maketh my arms of steel that I may bend any bow that's coming against it. You see, talking about high value. You want to be high value. You start seeing yourself, brother, like God see you. You want to be a high value man? A high value man ain't got no problem taking care of another woman's children, taking care of another man's kids when a man done fell down, when his brother, let's put it like that, when his brother have fallen down. A high value man ain't got no problem with that because God told him to care for those that are without fathers. A high value man ain't caught up in his flesh and caught up in sexuality to where the only thing that only time he gonna do something is when he's motivated by what the mother is gonna do for him. That's not high value. That's grimy. Sisters, you want to be high value? You understand that the high value woman says, the high value, Proverbs 31, she ain't afraid of the winter when it comes because she's prepared. She makes her own clothing, silk and purple and scarlet. She brings her food from afar. And she ain't got no fear about her house. Her children raise up and call her blessed. And when she opened up her mouth, she opened up her mouth with wisdom, not with vain words. Not with cursing, not with all this foolishness that we see coming out of a lot of the sisters every time a brother come to try to exemplify the leadership that the Most High have given him. You want to see high value? You got to be able to fall back. You got to be able to try it in order to see if it works. That's why many sisters are going to die by themselves. Don't die by themselves and proclaim with their mouth that they are high value women. But how you gonna be a high value woman and you ain't never seen yourself in the way that God see you? You may be high value by the world standard, but you ain't gonna be high value by God's standard. Man, brother, you may be high value by the world standard, but you ain't gonna be high value by God's standard. You're not going to be high value like that. I show you can be high value, brother, when you start helping one of these sisters whose children's dad has fallen, and you ain't concerned about hitting her. You ain't concerned about sexing her up. Oh, now you're moving into areas of high valueness because now you're doing things, you're boldly doing things that ain't nobody else doing. You're boldly going places where ain't nobody else going. When you start doing things that are totally contrary to the mindset of the average brother. Oh, we don't love them hoes. We don't love them hoes. Well, I don't care how much money you got. If you don't love them hoes, so-called, that you call them, then you don't love yourself because that's the part that God extracted from you. And until you get it back, you will never be what you're supposed to be. You will never reach high value status in God's eyes, ever. You want to be a high value man? You start loving that part of you that God separated from you. You want to be high value. You start seeing that sister as you see yourself when you look in the mirror. Understand that whatever is affecting her is affecting you. Understand that whatever has traumatized her has traumatized you. Whatever she's going through, you are going through. If she's up, then you're up. If she's down, then you're down. If she's in, you're in. If she's out, you're out. You know why? Because it ain't no her. There's only you. Oh, we gonna go in, King Rashard. I hope you getting ready, baby. I hope you're getting the paperwork ready. I hope y'all all getting ready. Because we going in on these relationship videos. Don't tell me nothing about God. If we can't start getting our families connected like they supposed to be, everybody need to go and throw their Bibles out the window. Close the door of the church. Throw the lamb and the Hebrew ceremony out the window if you can't be connected to a woman and raise those children.